We'll stay open for a while,
That's good news. That's the CBS Morning News for Tuesday, the 8th of September. Have a good day.
Experience CBS News.
Bill Cosby. He's been known to make you laugh, and now he's making you money. You want to be on his new show? You Bet Your Life, coming up on CBS this morning.
There's a cultural time bomb waiting to go off among these families. If it does, they'll lose something precious. We'll tell you what it is on Eye on America on the CBS Evening News tonight. This is CBS.
This is the State Fair of Oklahoma, the 92 edition. You can get in the gate and see one of the great attractions, like the rodeo, or Walt Disney's World on Ice, or Ringling Brothers' Barnum and Bailey Circus for only $14.50. What a value. But now Evans has made a good value even better. Because for $6, you can buy a ticket to the fair at Evans and see the rodeo, the World on Ice, or the circus. $6. A great value, like this tile top table and 4 chairs, only $2.99. Again proving no matter what your budget, Evans has the best value for you.
Bankruptcy. It can ruin your life.
I wasn't making enough money to pay my bills. Getting further behind and my creditors were on me. Almost filed bankruptcy. But I heard it would stay on my credit record for 10 years. It would be tough to buy things on credit.
Consumer Credit Counseling Service, the best alternative to bankruptcy.
They solve debt problems by working with your creditors to avoid bankruptcy.
Call Consumer Credit Counseling Service today.
I'm glad I did.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield has come through for me very well. The claims have been paid very quickly. I've been very proud, very pleased that my claims were paid so promptly.
It's important that we do it right the first time because our reputation is based on personal service.
Fast, fair claims processing is just one reason why retirement-aged Oklahomans appreciate Plan 65 coverage. Another reason is that Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma offers all 10 approved Medicare supplement plans. So there's a Plan 65 option that's right for you.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield is an established, reliable, dependable company. And I've been comfortable with them and have been with them quite a few years.
I try and process each claim as accurately and quickly as I can, as though our reputation depends on it, and it does.
Call 1-800-522-9266 for more information about Plan 65 from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma.
KWTV 9, the spirit of Oklahoma.
Welcome to TV9 Morning with Carrie Robertson, Lynn Wagner, and Daryl Reed with the weather.
Welcome to TV9 Morning. I'm Carrie Robertson. Topping this morning's news, the final leg of the 1992 presidential race is now underway. It begins with George Bush and Bill Clinton fighting over the legacy of a past president. Despite the controversy, the Jerry Lewis Labor Day Telethon has raised a record amount of money for the MDA. And Major League Baseball Commissioner Fay Vincent is out. He resigned after team owners asked him to walk.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lynn Wagner. Our time is 6:01. Welcome to TV9 Morning. It's Tuesday, September the 8th. Where did Monday go?
Boy.
It's already Tuesday.
Wherever it went, I'm glad it did.
That's right.
Hope you had a nice Labor Day.
Yeah, it was fun. Kids and my wife and I went out to the zoo and entertained the animals a little bit.
You entertained the animals.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. I entertained the animals a little bit and gave them a forecast and left. So, hey, it was okay.
Wasn't it nice having yesterday off?
Yes, it was.
Seems
it was
like
great.
we always work on the 4th of July holiday or Memorial Day, so it was really nice having hours for a change.
Yeah, it was nice. And the weather, a little bit of severe weather last night, but things look better. The front slipped on through. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the temperature at the present time here in Oklahoma City. And we're looking at a north wind at 72 degrees, the humidity 87%, and the pressure's holding steady, 30.08. Take a look at the temps around Oklahoma on the weather computer. And basically, in about the northwestern one half of the state, temperatures are in the 60s. They're in the 70s elsewhere. There's a weak cool front still passing through southern Oklahoma. However, it should stall out along the Red River later on this afternoon and then begin to wash out completely. So I really don't think it's going to mess up our weather too much today. Now, tomorrow will be a different story. There'll be another cold front coming down in northwestern Oklahoma tomorrow, and we could get some more thunderstorms with that. And the forecast for today for Oklahoma City and much of central Oklahoma, about 83 degrees with fair to partly cloudy skies. Tonight, mild and 67. And tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm and humid. Temperature about 88. Hey.
Not bad.
Not bad for approaching mid part of September now.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Good.
Thanks, Daryl. Well, we have a full hour planned for you here on TV9 Morning. It includes fashions with our very own fashion consultant, Joanne Fullerton. She will be here. Plus, a little bit later in the show, Carrie introduces us to best-selling author Ken Follett. That plus a complete rundown on this morning's news and weather when TV9 Morning continues. Stay with us.
May I have your attention, please? All-American Fitness and Racquetball Centers are having a summer clearance sale. You get to select from 4 of our most popular membership offers ever. Join our longevity membership and get racquetball and tanning free and renew for $5 forever. $25 down, $25 a month buys you a family membership. Join for $1 down on any regular membership. Just $16 a month buys you our anniversary special. We have a limited number of these memberships left. Call All-American now.
Think thin. Now, think again. We're not talking low fat. This is no fat. This is Brahms fat-free frozen yogurt. Delicious flavors like strawberry banana, fudge a little, praline almond crunch, black forest sundae, and vanilla. Now you can have some. Brahms fat-free frozen yogurt. Available only at your neighborhood Brahms.
Take me a picture. Hey, hey, did you know you can get Long John to go? Go fish! Hey, hey, did you know it's hot when you move, it's hot when you're not? Hey, hey, go fish to go!
Now you can go for great tasting fish, tender chicken, and shrimp to go from Long John Silver's.
You're gonna get your wish. Hey, hey, go fish! You're on. Silver's to go!
Go for 3 shrimp batter dipped fish plus our new crispy fries, just $1.99.
Mathis Brothers is Oklahoma's largest, and we're still growing. Our everyday low pricing has made it possible.
Like a great selection of bar stools, starting at only $24.95 on this model in solid oak. Or how about a solid oak coffee table by Universal for only $88? Compare it at $159 and up.
This fully assembled baker's rack by Kessler is only $68 in pewter and brass, and our selection of glider rockers start at only $118 on this popular model by Stylecraft.
Top name brands, everyday low pricing year-round at Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to TV9 Morning. Our time is now 6:05. TV9 meteorologist Daryl Reed reports we have a clear sky to start the day on this Tuesday. It's 72 degrees in Oklahoma City, fair and 75 down in Marietta. Daryl will be back in just a few minutes with all the weather, but right now let's turn to Carrie Robertson for a look at this morning's top news stories. Carrie?
Thank you, Lynn, and good morning. Campaign 92 is quickly coming to an end. The last leg of the presidential race has begun, with Bill Clinton and George Bush playing tug-of-war over the legacy of Harry Truman. Bush says he shares many traits with the former Democratic president and says Bill Clinton does not.
Harry Truman said the buck stops here. And on issue after issue, Governor Clinton says, first, let's blame George Bush, and then I'll get back to you later with an answer.
Bush admits, though, he actually voted against Harry Truman. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton spent yesterday in Truman's hometown, Independence, Missouri. Clinton says Bush can't be compared to Truman because Bush doesn't take responsibility for his actions.
It's really over. We just don't know it. And if it's not really over, it's because we have an attitude problem. The buck doesn't stop with George Bush. It doesn't even slow down there.
Today, Clinton will present his economic policy to factory workers in Connecticut. 1 week from today, Republicans in Oklahoma's 5th Congressional District will decide who they want as their congressional candidate. Yesterday, the 2 candidates were courting gun owners. Republicans Ernest Istook and Bill Price visited the Oklahoma City Gun and Knife Show, one of them carrying an important pro-gun endorsement. Newsline 9's Mike Carpenter has more.
Candidate Bill Price visited the gun show today with the endorsement of the NRA in his pocket. The powerful gun owners organization had supported incumbent Mickey Edwards, but shifted its loyalty to Price after Edwards finished out of the running in the primary.
As a prosecutor, what I've seen is that gun control has very little effect on restricting criminals from getting guns, and you end up just simply restricting law-abiding citizens.
Price campaign staffers handed out flyers promoting the NRA endorsement and criticizing the gun control stand of opponent Ernest Istook. An estimated 35,000 people attended the gun show this Labor Day weekend, and not surprisingly, they are of largely one mind on the issue of gun control.
The important point of the gun control issue is that we are guaranteed the rights to bear arms by the Second Amendment to the Constitution. And the people have an immediate need to protect their property or their homes, such as the recent L.A. riots.
Histuk himself visited the show later in the day to set the record straight, he said, about his own gun control stand and the claims in Price's campaign handout.
That's not true. Remember the debate on Channel 9? I was the only candidate to speak out against waiting periods, against gun control.
Histuk's position may be, in some respects, more conservative than the NRA's. Not only does he oppose waiting periods for gun purchases, he told the NRA he opposes the instant computer background check it proposes as an alternative. Neither candidate describes himself as a gun enthusiast, but both would like to have the gun enthusiast vote on Election Day. Mike Carpenter, Newsline 9.
Congressman Mike Sinar represents Oklahoma, but it seems some cattlemen in New Mexico want Sinar out of office. The cattlemen there and in other western states are giving money to Sinar's opponent, Drew Edmondson. Sinar is drawing the outside opposition because he wants to raise grazing fees on public land. Sinar contends a higher fee would bring the cost for public land ranchers up to par with private ones. Ranchers say that would devastate small cattle operations. Sinar and Edmondson meet in a runoff election a week from today. Changes have been made at a controversial state mental health facility. The changes come in the wake of claims that some of the patients at Griffin Memorial Hospital were sexually assaulting other patients. Officials say they've increased supervision and separated male and female patients at the Norman facility. A federal lawsuit threatened to force the hospital to segregate male and female patients. Traffic accidents over the Labor Day weekend have left 14 people dead. That's more than twice the number of traffic deaths over last year's Labor Day weekend. Troopers say only 3 of the 14 wore seatbelts. They say more might have lived if seatbelts had been used. A fugitive from Oklahoma has reportedly committed suicide after seeing himself on national television. Authorities say Terry Wayne Hart killed himself after seeing himself on a television promotion for America's Most Wanted. Police say Hart had assumed a new identity and a wife after being charged in a 1991 rape in Oklahoma City. He left a suicide note saying he didn't want to bring shame to his bride's family. An Oklahoma law designed to help curb the number of auto thefts may actually be hurting some legitimate used car parts dealers. Law officers have cracked down on auto thieves in so-called chop shops. But car rebuilders like Joe Munn say new requirements under the new laws are too time-consuming.
We can fix a car within 5 to 10 days, and really still can. But it's very hard now to, it just takes, basically it takes approximately 20 days or more before I can sell the car. Sometimes it takes a complete month.
Munn estimates the law has all but ruined 300 rebuilders in the state. Still, OSBI figures show auto theft fell almost 7% in 1991. The Department of Used Motor Vehicles admits the rebuilding industry is hurting, but adds the new restrictions are protecting consumers. The final figures are in this morning. This year's annual Jerry Lewis Labor Day Telethon raised a record amount, more than $45 million. Oklahomans chipped in $380,000. Deborah Lauren, Mitch Jelniker, and Ed Murray hosted the Oklahoma City portion of this year's fundraiser. They were joined by several very special guests, including Olympic gymnast Shannon Miller. There had been some concern the telethon would not raise as much money as it has in past years because of a controversy. Critics claim Lewis plays on pity to raise his funds. The protesters did make their feelings known with a number of demonstrations. Still ahead on TV 9 Morning, Daryl Reed with all your workweek weather details. Stay with us.
Yes, it's true. You can buy a high-quality carpet like this trackless carpet with Scotchgard stain-release stain protection for only $5.99 a yard. Yes, folks, only $5.99 a yard. At Roy Wilson Factory Outlet in Wayne, we don't have sales. We just have the lowest prices every day. And this is just one example of those everyday low prices. So if you're thinking about replacing your old carpet, come to Roy Wilson Factory Outlet, where we have the lowest prices in the state, and we guarantee it.
If you're tired of replacing your furniture every 3 to 4 years, come to Jude and Jody & Sons for the lifetime quality of Mayo. Every Mayo sofa, love seat, sleeper, and chair begins with a kiln-dried oak frame and is finished in the style and fabric you want for your home. Quality, lifetime construction that will give you years of comfort and good looks. This beautiful Mayo sofa and love seat is introductory priced at $8.99.
And remember, we have flexible credit and fast free delivery. So before you buy, give us a try. That's Jude and Jody and Sons, where we love folks.
There comes a point in your life where you decide to take control, or you're going to keep on going and get bigger and bigger, and I decided this was my time. I started Jenny Craig the day before Thanksgiving, and I went in, and there was a person telling me, you can be a success. You will learn a new lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle, and she was right. I have.
Join Jenny Craig now and lose all the weight you want for just a $129 program fee. Call Jenny Craig.
The trainers of all major pro sports recommend one pain-relieving gel, Flexall. It works for my kind of pain and yours. From muscle strain to tendinitis, bursitis, or stiffness. Aloe vera-based Flexall, the pain relief pro trainers recommend.
Norwich aspirin. There's 80 years of aspirin know-how in every bottle. Compare it to Bayer. Norwich is just as effective, works just as fast. Here's the big difference. You get more than twice as much for your money with Norwich aspirin.
Welcome back to TV9 Morning. It's boot scooting time at the Cowboy Hall of Fame. Friday, September 18th, the 5th annual Bolo Ball will feature 3 renowned Western bands, gourmet cowboy cuisine, and dancing under the stars.
And all I can say is my heart tries hard, try as hard as I can. You'll never find me by
The all-girl band, the Dixie Chicks, will be among the featured performers, which also includes country singer Red Steagall. Tickets to the Bolo Ball are $40 per person. For reservations, you can call the Cowboy Hall of Fame. Get yours now.
I went to that party last year, and despite some bad weather that they had, for $40 a person, that is one of the most fun parties I've been to in Oklahoma City. You get great food and then dancing all night with some of the best country western bands.
Great food.
Can't beat that.
Great food.
Great dancing.
Great food. Great food.
You're only interested in the food?
That's right.
Oh, are you hungry this morning? You didn't get your bowl of cereal?
No, I didn't have time. I'm sorry. Hey, okay. Let's go ahead and take a look outside this morning as we have our bowl of cereal. The temperature is 72 degrees. We have a north wind, 8 miles per hour, humidity 87%, and the pressure holding steady, 30.08. Go ahead and take a look at some time-lapse video, and I believe this was from yesterday afternoon. And these are cumulus clouds racing northward. This was moisture heading northward and running into a frontal system way up in northern Oklahoma yesterday, and eventually that caused all the severe thunderstorms out just south of Gage, south of Arnett last night. Just moisture rolling right on by. Nice summertime day. Take a look at the radar at the present time, and up in Kansas, some rather heavy thunderstorm activity just in and around the Wichita, Kansas area, and also southwest of Wichita. That one storm just west of Wichita was severe in Pratt County and Reno County, but they've gone down now just a little bit, and they're basically moving to the east. So they should stay just north of the Oklahoma border, but they may try to drift southeastward just a little bit later. Could come into Oklahoma just northeast of you folks up in Ponca City. So we'll be watching them. Take a look at the weather computer. Temperatures, hey, it looks good. 60s out to the west, 60s up to the north, a little cool in Gage, 62 degrees there. 72 here in Oklahoma City, about 73 down at Ardmore, and over in McAllister, 75 and 74 in Durant, Oklahoma. Now on the satellite picture, here's the big thunderstorms in northwest Oklahoma last night. Those produced some large hail and rather gusty winds briefly, and then they dissipated shortly after 1 a.m. this morning. And looks like heavy weather continuing on over toward Illinois and portions of Missouri. Down in the Gulf, not much down there. Out to the northwest, we're watching another storm system now beginning to work its way in, and it looks like that will be affecting northwestern Oklahoma once again tomorrow, and we could see some more thunderstorms with that, and it will try to sweep on southeastward on late tomorrow night, then again on Thursday. So still a chance of thunderstorms, but less than 20% opportunity. By later on this afternoon, what's left of the front will be down near Dallas. Could see a thunderstorm there, about 95 degrees. Up to the north, it will be in the 70s. It will be in the 90s out to the west, 73 at San Francisco, and a little warm, little humid, little stormy south and east of the front as it continues to move on southward. Now, on the 5-day forecast, Oklahoma City, 83 today, less than a 20% chance of a thunderstorm. 88 tomorrow, still about a 20% opportunity. Then on Thursday, it looks like the percentages go down. The temperatures begin to come up by the end of the week. 87 on Friday and Saturday, about 90. Summertime weather. Let's take a look at our forecast here for today. A few thunderstorms around, but they're going to be very few and far between. Northeasterly winds, highs today in the 80s and very low 90s in the southwest. Then for tonight, rather mild. Lows will be in the 60s and 70s. And for tomorrow, warm. Still a chance of a thunderstorm or two, mainly in northwestern Oklahoma, highs in the 80s and 90s. For Oklahoma City, 83 today, 67 tonight, and partly cloudy and 88 tomorrow. That'll do it.
All right.
Thanks, Daryl. Fashions with Joanne Fullerton are coming your way next on TV9 Morning.
Fashions for the larger size woman. Stay with us.
Forum of Baptist Medical Center presents an evening with television personality Phyllis Newman, September 23rd. For reservations, call 946-CARE.
Shop Ballinger's for value pricing every day. Picture yourself reclined in our newest arrival. No one can match the quality, comfort, and value of this special purchase group featuring easy-to-operate full recliners on both sides. Lifetime warranty on frame and mechanism. Your choice of blue or taupe quality velvet cover. A true $1,700 value for just $699. Statewide delivery available. 90 days, no interest. Ballinger's Furniture. North May and Britton Road. 1 block east off the new Hefner Parkway. Open evenings till 9, Sunday 12 to 6.
When I checked out of the hospital, I was curious about my bill, but I knew that Blue Cross and Blue Shield would come through for me, and they did.
When I get a question, I research all documentation and computer screens so that I know I'm giving my customers the right answers.
Caring, professional customer service representatives are just one reason why retirement-aged Oklahomans appreciate Plan 65 coverage. Another reason is that Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma offers all 10 approved Medicare supplement plans. There's one that's right for you.
They processed it very quickly and very accurately, and I got to go home, and I was at peace, was content to know that it was fine. I was very happy with it all.
What I like best about my job is not just answering questions, but helping people.
Call 1-800-522-9266 for more information about Plan 65 from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma.
Welcome back to TV9 Morning. Our time is now 6:21. If you're a full-figured woman, for years you found fashions were designed only for the petite. Well, now more and more fashion designers are seeing the appeal of the full-figured woman. And this morning, fashion consultant Joanne Fullerton joins us with a look at some great fall fashions for the larger woman. Good morning.
Good morning. And you know, there are some wonderful things out now.
You're seeing more and more of them, aren't you?
Well, they are. And they're stylish, they're young, they're contemporary. And Vicki will come in and we will show you some wonderful looks here that the career girl might be looking for. This is called the Cheyenne Group, and it's done in a fabric that's very transitional and easy to wear, short jacket, a little peasant blouse that you could wear later in the evening off the shoulder to dress it up a little bit. The skirt is very interesting. It's worn long. It has an asymmetric hem to it, and the pattern itself lends itself to just a real busy look. And as she turns, you see that we have a little bit of leg showing there if you want or if you don't want. And since the hemline situation is, do I wear long, do I wear short? Here's one that it's not long, it's not short, it's asymmetrical. For a woman that wants just a simple two-part dress that looks like a suit or almost a dress feeling for work or for special occasions in bright psychedelic colors here, this is a painter's haven. I mean, it's just a splash of color that is very nice over a simple black skirt. And every woman, no matter what size this season, has got to have a simple, narrow black skirt. They are very essential to a wardrobe, and every woman appreciates two-part dressing. Animal prints made a real big splash in all areas of ready-to-wear this fall season, and so here we go with something nice and easy, kind of a leisure look, done in an animal print with a lot of black to go with it. We can show it belted here. We had a wonderful belt there, or wear it loose, and let us see it loose, RJ. I like it loose. I think it looks really comfortable and easy to wear. And it's just an oversized shirt over a nice tapered pant. And again, these kinds of looks are going to be terrific for watching the football games on Saturday afternoon or whatever it is you do in your leisure hours or for Saturday. We have a lot of looks here. We're going to try to show you another one here in a beautiful sweater. And I think every woman loves a nice cardigan sweater. This is beautifully done. It has just a little bit of motif feel to it and lots of metallic beads in it, a clown look that's fun, and we put it with some black check pants and simple shell. This is a look that I think that a woman can wear to work. She can wear it in her leisure time and feel very comfortable in it. When it comes to dressing for late day, the black cocktail suit is a very essential part, too, of a woman's wardrobe. And I like the way they've done the portrait collar here. It has kind of an organza collar that comes all the way down to the waistline, and that proportion is what really gives the woman that is a plus size an elongated, slimmer look, a more fitted look, but that one that isn't too tucked in to be uncomfortable. And the two little rhinestone buttons there at the waistline give a nice look to a cocktail suit. The wonderful thing about Ooh La La, where our fashions are from in Edmond, is that she has sizes 12 to 52. And they are for the special size women. And those sizes, believe me, Lynn, are hard to find. And from denim to sequins or black cocktail suits, you'll find them all. And here's RJ. Let's come back here so we can see this wonderful sweater over a white satin shell and white satin pants. And this is a great look. And it has all of the sequins and jewels that any woman would love and appreciate for her late day dressing. Accessories, too, are an important part of Ooh La La. She has lots of wonderful, big, chunky pearls to accent and to wear with whatever it is that you have in your wardrobe. So if you're just looking for something to add to or whatever. Here's another beautiful emerald green suit.
Beautiful.
Isn't that
It's a great color.
Yes, and the hot buhl colors, the gem tone colors, are so important this season, as is just a basic, wonderful suit. Button that jacket for us, Vicki, a little bit and pull it through. It has wonderful jeweling all the way down the front there, and the shell, of course, is a matching, so you have a monochromatic look that's very slimming and very, very attractive.
Great looking suit.
So we really are excited about what we have been seeing at Ooh La La. Thank you, Vicki. You'll find Ooh La La is at 1303 East Danforth in Edmond. And as I said, she has sizes from 12 to 52. So there's a little something for everyone, where there's a cocktail suit or some separates or denim. And so go out there and shop if you happen to be. Oh, we have one quick jacket there, all over satin embroidery with denim jeans. Thank you, Vicki. I think that our time is up.
Ran out of time.
Elisa, thank you, dear.
All right. Joanne, thanks for being here this morning. Some great looks.
They are nice. Very
All right.
pretty fashions.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks.
We'll be back with more of TV9 Morning.
Who says money doesn't grow on trees? It does at Food Lion, beginning at the cardboard baler in every Food Lion store. It takes a lot of timber to make a bale like this, so we sent it back here to the warehouse. Last year, we sold almost 100,000 tons of cardboard and paper from our office and stores for recycling. That amounted to almost $5 million. A big savings on your grocery bill and a big savings on our forest lands. Because at Food Lion, when we save, you save. And so does our environment.
I'm Larry Evans, and I've seen the advertised prices on sofas jump all over the place. But it still boils down to value. And Evans always gives you the best value for your furniture dollar, no matter what your budget. For example, take your choice of this sofa with a big rolled arm and a cotton print. Or this blue velvet. Or a big, comfortable sofa with a soft front edge and springs behind the back cushions. Your choice, $349. Again, proving your best furniture values are always at the Mall Evans.
Wendy's has stacked up a cheeseburger just for people who love the taste of beef. It's Wendy's new 99-cent quarter-pound double stack. It's got everything that makes a cheeseburger great, plus 2 patties of fresh beef served hot off the grill. The 99-cent quarter-pound double stack. It's a stack of beef for a little price, and it's only on Wendy's 99-cent super value menu.
Good food at a good price. Sounds good to me.
Green.
Welcome back to TV9 Morning. Our time is 6:28. Time to rise and shine. It's Tuesday morning. Time to head back to work or to school today if you had the Labor Day off yesterday.
Work and school.
That's right. It's all the schools back in session now. Oklahoma City schools going back today. So watch those school zone signs.
Yeah, and drive a little careful.
That's right.
A little bit of clouds beginning to roll in. The tower cam just disappeared.
Did it really?
That's how we tell if it's cloudy in the morning hours. We see no picture out there.
All right.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the temperature at the present time. It's dropped down to 70 degrees now. We still have a north wind about 8 miles per hour. And with the high humidities and the light winds, we're going to get a little bit of fog, a little bit of cloud cover out there. So we'll call it partly cloudy at the present time. And the pressure is holding steady. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weather computer and the 5-day forecast for the rest of the week. Basically, I think it'll be sunny afternoons, warm temperatures, and in the morning will be mild to partly cloudy. About 83 today, 67 tonight, 88 tomorrow. Less than a 20% chance of a thunderstorm here in Oklahoma City. A little bit better for you folks out in northwest Oklahoma. And then on Saturday, we may hit 90 again and just a slight chance of a thunderstorm. 83, 67 tonight, tomorrow, 88.
Not a bad forecast, yeah. Mid-September.
Hey, that's great, man. We'll take it.
You bet. Thanks, Darryl. Well, there's much more to come on TV9 Morning, including best-selling author Ken Follett. He'll be along a little bit later in our program. But for now, let's turn to Carrie Robertson for another look at this morning's top news stories. Carrie?
Thank you, Lynn, and good morning once again. The mudslinging in Campaign 92 is nearing an end. The last leg of the presidential race has begun with Bill Clinton and George Bush playing tug-of-war over the legacy of Harry Truman. Bush says he shares many traits with the former Democratic president and says Bill Clinton does not.
Harry Truman said the buck stops here. And on issue after issue, Governor Clinton says, first, let's blame George Bush, and then I'll get back to you later with an answer.
Bush admits, though, he actually voted against Harry Truman. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton spent yesterday in Truman's hometown, Independence, Missouri. Clinton says Bush can't be compared to Truman because Bush doesn't take responsibility for his actions.
He says the recession is really over. We just don't know it. And if it's not really over, it's because we have an attitude problem. The buck doesn't stop with George Bush. It doesn't even slow down there.
Today, Clinton will present his economic policy to factory workers in Connecticut. In Oklahoma, the 2 Republican congressional candidates are battling it out. The runoff election is just a week away. Yesterday, Ernest Istook and Bill Price visited the Oklahoma City Gun and Knife Show courting gun owners. The National Rifle Association has given its endorsement to Bill Price.
As a prosecutor, what I've seen is that gun control has very little effect on restricting criminals from getting guns, and you end up just simply restricting law-abiding citizens.
Istook also visited the show later in the day. He was speaking out against a Price campaign handout.
That's not true. Remember the debate on Channel 9? I was the only candidate to speak out against waiting periods, against gun control.
Neither candidate describes himself as a gun enthusiast, but both would clearly like to have the gun enthusiast vote on Election Day. The man who forced the gun control issue into the national spotlight in recent years will be in Tulsa today. Former Reagan aide James Brady and Public Safety Commissioner Dave McBride will hold a news conference to discuss the gun control issue. It's all part of Brady's effort to try and push Congress into passing legislation that would impose a waiting period on the purchase of handguns. Brady was President Reagan's press secretary and was severely wounded during the assassination attempt on President Reagan in 1981. Authorities in Chicago are investigating a plane crash that left a dozen people dead. The spokesman for the Federal Aviation Administration says witnesses heard 2 explosions before the plane full of skydivers crashed into a field. The local sheriff says there were parachutes on board, but there was no evidence that any of the victims attempted to leave the plane. In California this morning, firefighters are battling a major brush fire. So far, the blaze in the Chino Hill State Park has burned 600 acres of brush. The fire is being fed by 25-mile-per-hour winds. At one point, it came within 1,000 feet of homes. Firefighters are trying to douse the flames by using more than a half-dozen air tankers. A little closer to home this morning, the cleanup continues in Norman after high winds ripped through Saturday night. Power lines littered several streets, but power has been restored to most residents. Many storm victims spent the Labor Day weekend clearing debris from their yards and hauling away uprooted trees. Overturned planes still litter the tarmac at Max Westheimer Airpark. More than 20 aircraft were destroyed during the storm. New concerns this morning that hurricane relief in southern Florida may stop flowing once the media leaves the area. Newsline 9's Russ McCaskey says folks in Florida are still in need of supplies.
For 2 weeks, the eyes of the nation have been focused on Dade County, Florida. Moved by the plight of hurricane victims, Americans have mobilized to help those in need. But as time goes on, the hurricane headlines are beginning to fade. News crews who brought you stories of the destruction are being called back home. But the suffering here will continue for months. Make no mistake about it, hurricane victims are thankful for the assistance they've received, but hope Americans will not forget them when the media attention decreases.
The greatest fear that we have here is that within, let's say 2-3 weeks, whenever people say this emergency is over with, we won't continue to receive aid. And there are a lot of people here that were living day to day on a paycheck, and now they don't have a job and they don't have a place to live, and they're going to need to be supported for a long period of time.
We're told these 10 cities may be here a couple of months, and some of these soldiers may be eating Thanksgiving dinner here. The people who are organizing the relief effort know it's going to be a long project, but they've already begun preparations for a possible drop in donations. Oklahoman Rodney Bivens is one of those in charge of distributing food to victims. He says he's already begun calling businesses to try to keep the donations rolling in and supply lines moving.
We get a hold of the national donors, the food banks. We have 75 truckloads in the pipeline that we can call on in reserves where we need them. They're from food banks themselves.
Those victimized by Hurricane Andrew will likely encumber months of unforeseen problems. But for now, as residents begin rebuilding their houses and their lives, their spirits remain high. In Dade County, Florida, Russ McCaskey, Newsline 9.
Still to come on TV 9 Morning, it's time for filmmakers to assess the summer box office season. We'll have details on which movies made it and which ones did not. And in sports, Major League Baseball is embroiled in a major league controversy this morning. Details on that a little later in this morning's sports report, so stay with us.
Sale, sale, sale now at Oklahoma Discount Furniture. Classy, sofa love seat, choice of colors, $299.95. Full-size mattress sets, $99.95 now at Oklahoma Discount Furniture, Southeast 29th and Sooner Road.
10 years ago, a lawn boy was about $229. A newspaper, 22 cents. A new car, $5,000. And movies, under $3. Today, once again, you can get a lawn boy for as low as $229, which means money saved for other things. The once-in-a-decade sale, now at participating lawn boy dealers.
Enjoy food you never thought could be low-fat with the amazing fat-free and ultra-low-fat cookbook. Choose from hundreds of recipes, only $11.95 at Camber's North Park Mall.
Looking for excitement? Looking for adventure? Look out for Walt Disney's World on Ice. It's a totally new, totally cool double feature playing State Fair Arena September 18th through 22nd. KWTV Channel 9 invites you to save $2 opening night Friday, September 18th at 7:30. Tickets are on sale at the box office and all OK ticket outlets or call to charge by phone. Don't miss Walt Disney's World on Ice.
Kids' bedrooms are small and sometimes difficult to furnish. Why not start with a new bed from Mathis Brothers? We show lots of day beds, starting here at only $39 on this model in white. For only $9.95, we'll throw in the spread and 2 pillow shams. This race car bed is just $49, a bed kids love to go to and make.
Or step up to $88 on this stylish solid wood bed with carved back and rolled arms. And finally, $99 buys this bed with sleek lines and matte black finish. See these items in the youth and daybed department at Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno.
Welcome back. It is now 6:37. The summer movie season is officially over, and now filmmakers in Hollywood are looking at how well the summer films did.
Mike Jarek says despite near-record sales at the box office, filmmakers are very disappointed.
With the entertainment news update from Hollywood, I'm Mike Jarek. In 1989, the summer movie Batman helped Hollywood hit the mother lode at the box office, with summer movie receipts totaling a record $2.4 billion that year. Since then, Hollywood has used the '89 season as its benchmark for success. With that in mind, this summer's collective box office made for a respectable season. But it won't topple the record, as was the pre-summer hope in Tinseltown.
How could you? I'm a woman.
Summer is officially over in Hollywood, and reaction to box office totals have been less than enthusiastic. Robert Dowling, publisher and editor-in-chief of The Hollywood Reporter, says, although ticket sales were close to record levels, they fell short of industry expectations.
I just think there was so much attention given to these major sequels with major stars that when they didn't deliver major results, people were kind of deflated by them.
You're crazy.
Those high-profile sequels included Lethal Weapon 3, Alien 3, Batman Returns, and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. And even though Lethal Weapon 3 and Batman Returns each grossed well over $100 million, Dowling figures they might have performed better had the storylines been stronger.
And the movie itself has to perform. And that's when word of mouth takes over and people say, yeah, you really have to go see that. It's worth the price. And I think that's where the products fell down. I think there was disappointment in the basic storyline of a lot of these pictures.
Clint Eastwood's late summer entry of Unforgiven was a surprise hit, grossing over $55 million. It helped bring the final summer box office tally to about $1.8 billion, making it the third highest grossing summer of all time. That's plenty good enough for people like Monica Dashwood, general manager of the AMC 14 Theater Complex in Los Angeles, who says she expected a good summer season and Hollywood came through, even if it wasn't record-breaking.
We're up in attendance from last year over this year for the circuit as well as for this theater. And this theater itself, we got every summer picture except for 3, which weren't even the big blockbusters. So we've had a really prosperous summer.
The summer season, which traditionally begins with Memorial Day and ends with Labor Day, is critical to Hollywood's annual financial well-being. The receipts account for 35 to 40% of their annual take. The sleeper this summer, it turned out to be Touchstone's comedy Sister Act starring Whoopi Goldberg. It's already grossed over $125 million and is still playing in theaters. From Hollywood, I'm Mike Jarek.
All right, some good movies. Some of them I missed.
I did too. Sister Act. I never caught it.
Well, coming up in sports, the Dallas Cowboys are off to an impressive start.
And Faye Vincent is out. The story is next with Bill Tegan. Stay with us.
Here's Paul Malden, graduate gemologist of Jewelry by Paul.
If you're looking for the perfect stone for your perfect someone, or if you need a unique gift at a great price, come and see me.
Jewelry by Paul, Northwest Expressway. For over 31 years, Dr. Raymond E. Cook, chiropractic physician, has worked with acute and difficult cases that don't respond to ordinary care. Arthritis, weight loss, personal injuries, and workman's comp. Free consultation. Dr. Raymond E. Cook. Call 789-1100.
May I have your attention, please? All American Fitness and Racquetball Centers are having a summer clearance sale. You get to select from 4 of our most popular membership offers ever. Join our longevity membership and get racquetball and tanning free and renew for $5 forever. $25 down, $25 a month buys you a family membership. Join for $1 down on any regular membership. Just $16 a month buys you our anniversary special. We have a limited number of these memberships left. Call All American now.
A recliner is a chair to relax and be comfortable in, but it can also be a chair to decorate your home with. At Jude & Jody & Sons, with nearly 3 decades of experience with Stratolanger, we can help you find a chair that's right in color and style at a price you can afford.
One of our most popular styles is this chair in rocker or close-up for only $248, and you'll find values like this throughout our recliner department.
Flexible terms and fast free delivery. So before you buy, give us a try at Jude & Jody & Sons, 509 Southwest 29th, where we love folks.
Are you paying too much for groceries? The reason Pratt's can consistently sell groceries for less is simply that we're more competitive. We work harder to negotiate better deals from suppliers, and we just don't charge as much. Plus, we have the best quality, nationally recognized house brands in the country. Always save and best choice. For even more savings, if you haven't been to a full-service Pratt's, come in and check the prices, and you'll see.
At Pratt's, get home pride white wheat or 7-grain bread, 69 cents. Best choice grade A basted turkeys, 49 cents a pound. And golden ripe premium bananas, 4 pounds for $1.
Good morning and welcome back to TV9 Morning. I have to say congratulations to Christy Dannemiller. She got married this weekend to Vic Faragalli. I hope I'm saying it right. And Ken and Pat Dannemiller, their parents are friends of mine from Surrey Hills when I used to live out there. Fabulous wedding. It was wonderful.
Good deal. Weddings are always fun.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, unless they're yours. No, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Okay.
Oh, really?
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look outside. At the present time, it's a little cloudy here at TV9. 70 degrees with a north wind. Humidity 87%. Pressure 30.08. And holding steady right now. Let's take a look at radar. And there are some thunderstorms just to the north of the Oklahoma border, just north of you folks in Brayman and Newkirk. And those are fairly new, a little bit on the heavy side. So you folks up there may be getting some strong gusty north winds if those storms happen to collapse. They're moving on to the east, 25 to 30 miles per hour. If they were to turn right just a little bit, they'll be on down into Oklahoma. So we will be watching those. Take a look at the weather computer. And the temperatures basically 60s out in northwest and western Oklahoma's dropped now to 61 at Gage, 70 here in Oklahoma City, still about 75 down in Ardmore. And the front will be pressing on southward. You folks in southeastern Oklahoma will be cooling off in just a little bit as well. On the satellite picture, big-time thunderstorms in northwestern Oklahoma last night. For a little while here at TV9, we were showing a circulation in a storm out in Ellis County. That did dissipate. Most of the thunderstorms dissipated after 1 a.m. this morning. Lots of weather there over in Missouri, portions of Illinois. A few tornadoes reported there last evening. Down in the Gulf, it's rather quiet. Not much going on. Out to the northwest, here comes another storm system in, and it looks like that may be affecting northwestern Oklahoma by tomorrow afternoon. And the way it looks to me, we could get 1 or 2 thunderstorms throughout the next 2 or 3 days, and then I think in toward the weekend, the temperatures start to warm up, and we have basically summertime weather. All right. Later this afternoon, down to Dallas, 95 degrees, slight opportunity of a thunderstorm there to the north. 80 looks like in portions of South Dakota, about 79 coming in at Kansas City, 70 up at Minneapolis, heading to San Francisco, 73 degrees there. It'll be a little bit warm, a little bit humid, a little bit stormy down along the Gulf Coast, all the way up the East Coast out ahead of that front. And that front's really going to dissipate just a little bit later. And we'll basically not be there, I think, in about 12 hours. 83 today, 88 tomorrow, 85 on Thursday, less than a 20% chance of a thunderstorm. And then we begin to warm up going on into the weekend, about 90 on Saturday. Take a look at our forecast here for today. A few thunderstorms, highs today in the 80s and 90s with northeasterly winds. And then for tonight, rather mild, temperatures in the 60s and 70s. And for tomorrow, warm, humid, few thunderstorms, mostly in the 90s tomorrow, a few 80s up in northeastern Oklahoma. For Oklahoma City, 83 today, 67 tonight. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, and about 88. Not too bad.
We'll take it.
Okay.
Thanks, Darryl. Well, turning to the world of sports, the Dallas Cowboys are savoring a big victory. Last night was the NFL's first Monday night game of the new season. Dallas leveled the Washington Redskins, and the final score was 23-10. Emmitt Smith rushed for 139 yards, and Troy Aikman passed for 216 yards. Big win.
Big.
Big win.
And the Oklahoma State Cowboys are gearing up to try and put another win under their belt.
Bill Tiggins joins us now with more on that, as well as all the details in the shakeup in Major League Baseball that has the boys of summer swamped in controversy.
Good morning. Fay Vincent realized that without the backing of baseball owners, he was a dead duck. So to make those guys happy and probably to get a little peace of mind, he resigned yesterday. Last week, 18 owners voted to get rid of him. He said he would not quit, that baseball needed a strong and independent commissioner, but feeling the sport could not handle the legal fight, he quit. The reaction to the resignation as mixed as the reaction to his 3-year reign.
He was trying to do what was right for baseball, and that's what he's supposed to do. But like I say, where he's hired by the owners, it's hard for him to make decisions, I would think, against the owners. But he was strong enough to do that in a couple instances, and you got to give him credit for that. But it looks like it ultimately cost him his job.
I was not surprised. I couldn't believe any human being in a position like that could go on and operate any kind of an organization when so many people had no confidence in you. So I believed in my heart that he was going to be smart enough to resign, and he did.
The richest quarter horse race of the year yesterday at Ruidoso Downs, the All-American Futurity and Dash Through Traffic led every step of the way to win it, and with the victory goes $1 million. Jack Brooks of Oklahoma was the trainer. Texas Heartbeat was second, and First Down and 10 was third. Dash Through Traffic paid $10 to win. Meanwhile, in Stillwater, the Oklahoma State Cowboys are still excited about last Saturday night's win over Indiana State. 35-3 was the final. But the defense says there's still a lot of work to be done.
A lot to work on. We had a lot of mistakes, missed calls, But it was good. We have a lot of good athletes on defense, and I think we can make them to a pretty good defense in 1992.
We went to halftime. We felt like first half we made a lot of mistakes, due to the fact that we were just out there playing real reckless. And, we came in halftime, settled down, concentrated on what we had to do, and just went out and got it done in the second half. And going into the next game, everyone's we just can't live on this high. We got to get prepared for Michigan, go down there, just give it our best shot, And hopefully, we'll come in after that game with the same feeling.
How about those 89ers? They opened the American Association playoffs on Wednesday night at All Sports Stadium against Buffalo. Owner Jeffrey Loria has announced that anyone who brings a canned food to the game will be admitted free. That will be given to the hurricane victims in Florida. Again, that's this Wednesday night at All Sports Stadium. Major League Baseball last night, the A's and Angels. Buck Rogers back with California. The dugout saw some great Oakland defense. Watch Walt Weiss at short. Beautiful play to Mike Bordick at second. The relay to first for the double play. That one's worth looking at again in slow motion, and it's a beauty. The Angels won that game 3-2, but some great defense, and you can't see a better play than these guys pull off. Again, the final was California 3 and Oakland 2. And that's a look at sports. Hope you have a good Tuesday.
All right, Bill, thank you. Up next, best-selling author Ken Follett.
Stay with us.
Eternity, love, and grind. Your gift with any $32 Eternity for Men purchase at Dillard's.
Horton Motors of Oklahoma City is your one-stop shop for engines, engine parts, and accessories. We stock a complete line of rebuilt engines, short blocks, cylinder heads, and all internal engine parts. Horton Motors has been serving Oklahoma for over 10 years, and everything we sell comes with a written guarantee. So when you need engines, parts, accessories, or installation, call Horton Motors at 685-3005 or drop by 2323 Southwest 29th. And remember, at Horton Motors, our service can and will save you time and money.
Maco's Ambassador Paint Service is priced right. We chemically scrub and prepare your car's old surface and give it a high-grade finish. Ambassador Paint, a great value backed in writing. Now only $149. Sound like a great deal? If that showroom shine is your bottom line, get Maco.
It's Chevy Rock Solid Value Days. Now get low 2.9% GMAC financing on Chevy CK pickup. Ranked the best full-size pickup by J.D. Power & Associates initial quality study. At 2.9%, you'll save nearly $3,000 in finance charges on a new Chevy CK. Only during Rock Solid Value Days. The trucks you can depend on. The trucks that last. Get behind the wheel of a Chevy Team Deal at your Oklahoma Chevy Team dealer today.
Welcome. It's the grand reopening of the Baker Gallery at the Evans Home Furnishings Mall. Come see room after room of the world's finest furniture priced at special grand reopening savings. You'll save an additional 10% off every piece. And that 10% savings is off everyday low prices that have made us one of the biggest Baker dealers in America. At these prices, the world's finest furniture never cost so little. So come celebrate the grand reopening of the Baker Gallery with additional 10% savings now at the mall, Evans.
Welcome back. It is now 6:51. Author Ken Follett is well known for his string of best-selling novels, including Eye of the Needle, Lie Down with Lions, and On Wings of Eagles.
Follett returns to the international thriller genre that made him a household name in his latest book, Night Over Water. Recently, I had a chance to talk with him. Ken, good morning and welcome to TV9 Morning.
Good morning. It's good to be talking to Oklahoma City.
Have you ever been to Oklahoma City?
No, I haven't.
Well, we invite you to come when you're out this way.
That's me at the door now.
You have a lot of fans here, and Night Over Water, which is set on the eve of World War II, is a return for you to your suspense thriller. What does it hold in store for the reader?
Well, the whole story takes place on board a plane, a single flight of a plane called the Pan Am Clipper, which was a very big and luxurious and romantic plane that flew across the Atlantic in the late 30s.
There really was a plane like that?
Oh, yes. Yes, it was called the Boeing B-314, or the Pan Am Clipper. And it was the first plane, actually, to do scheduled passenger flights across the Atlantic. So the people who flew it were kind of pioneers and felt that they were taking a little bit of a risk, which they probably were. Certainly in Night Over Water, they're taking a risk.
So is this a suspense thriller? We've got intrigue, we've got romance.
Danger, yes. It's certainly, I would say that I write romantic intrigue, and Night Over Water is romantic intrigue.
Do you enjoy the romantic part of writing novels as much as you do the intrigue?
Oh, sure. I like both.
Do you think it's important to have a combination of the two for readers? Is that what they want?
Well, yeah, they certainly enjoy it. Readers want a lot of different things from books, you know, and there are lots of people who read and enjoy my books and also read and enjoy novels that have no romance in them. So I think readers have kind of wide tastes, but what turns me on personally is the combination of romance and intrigue, so that's what I do.
What first turned you on about writing, and how did you get started?
Well, it's a kind of a funny story. I had written some short stories which nobody had ever published, and I was working as a newspaper reporter, and one day my car broke down. I couldn't afford to get it fixed. It was going to cost £200, and I didn't know how to get this money. We had a new baby, we had a new house, big payments on the house. I just didn't have this money. But I had a friend, another reporter on the newspaper, who'd written a thriller, and he'd sent it to a publisher, and he'd got £200 advance. It was exactly the sum of money I needed.
Ah.
So I went home and said to my wife, I know how we're going to get the car fixed. I'm going to write a thriller. And she was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And however, I did. I wrote it very quickly. It wasn't very good, but it did get published by the same publisher that my friend had contacted, and I got £200 and I got my car fixed.
That's a great story.
And yeah, that's the literary life.
Well, now, do you think this movie, your new movie, or your new book, Night Over Water, will be made into a movie?
Well, I hope so. In fact, I hope it'll be a television miniseries. I've sold an option to a television producer called Aurelio De Laurentiis, and keep your fingers crossed that he'll make a wonderful miniseries.
Well, I certainly will. Congratulations to you, Ken Follett. It sounds like you have done it again. I can't wait to read it. I've read all of your books, except there was one mentioned here, Triple. Was that a real early one?
Yeah, it's the one after Eye of the Needle, yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll put them all on my list.
Oh, good.
Thank you so much for joining us.
A pleasure.
Clipper.
A clipper. That
Don't
sounds like
you
a thriller.
love the way he talks?
I do. Jolly good. Darrell Reed will take a closer look at your forecast when we come back.
The power is on in the land of energy. It's the 1992 State Fair of Oklahoma. Thousands of things to see and do. Plus, Walt Disney's World on Ice, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, PRCA Championship Rodeo, and hot country concerts. Over 100 rides and games. Free outdoor shows. The fun, the food, and the fantasy of the State Fair are within your power. September 18th through October 4th. Call OK Tickets 948-6800.
Our huge expansion at Mathis Brothers is still on schedule. When finished, we'll offer an even wider selection of the lowest price and name brand items in America. Like bedroom furniture, this 18th century cherry set by Universal is a top seller. At only $4.99, you can choose this full-scale, hand-carved rice bed with wood rails, the large triple dresser with pediment mirror, or the highboy chest, truly a timeless classic. You'll be impressed with the quality of this set and surprised just how much $4.99 will buy. We're Oklahoma's largest. We're still growing. We're Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno.
Diabetes is the leading cause of blindness among working-age Americans. Presbyterian Hospital ophthalmologist Dr. Reagan Bradford.
14 million Americans have diabetes mellitus. Each year, 8,000 new cases of blindness will occur as a result of diabetes due to disease of the retina known as diabetic retinopathy. Many of these cases could be prevented. Early detection and treatment can reduce sight-threatening complications by 50%. Since retinopathy often has no symptoms in its early stages, it is essential that all adult diabetics see an ophthalmologist at least once a year. Laser and other treatments are more effective in the early stages of significant retinopathy. So if you're a diabetic, consult your physician and see your ophthalmologist.
For information, call 271-5000. If you need to see a doctor, we can schedule an appointment. Presbyterian Hospital, where great doctors practice great medicine.
Recapping the morning's top Oklahoma stories, an Oklahoma law designed to reduce the number of auto thefts may be hurting legitimate used car parts dealers. Law officers have cracked down on auto thieves in so-called chop shops. But car rebuilders like Joe Munn say new requirements under the new laws are too time-consuming.
We can fix a car within 5 to 10 days, and really still can. But it's very hard now it just takes, basically it takes approximately 20 days or more before I can sell the car. Sometimes it takes a complete month.
Munn estimates the law has all but ruined 300 rebuilders in the state. Still, OSBI figures show auto theft fell almost 7% in 1991. The Department of Used Motor Vehicles admits the rebuilding industry is hurting, but adds the new restrictions are protecting consumers. The final figures are in this morning. This year's annual Jerry Lewis Labor Day Telethon, that's a mouthful, raised a record $45 million. Oklahomans chipped in $380,000. Deborah Lauren, Mitch Jelniker, and Ed Murray hosted the Oklahoma City portion of this year's fundraiser. They were joined by several very special guests, including Olympic gymnast Shannon Miller. There had been some concern the telethon would not raise as much money as it has in past because of the controversy. Critics claim Lewis plays on pity to raise his funds. Protesters did make their feelings known with a number of demonstrations. But congratulations to all of those people. That's a lot of money.
That's a good deal. You bet. Let's take a look at the final look at the 5-day forecast here for the rest of the week. I think we'll make about 83 degrees today and 88 tomorrow. A less than 20% chance of a thunderstorm the next couple of days and on Saturday. But, hey, basically 80s, morning lows in the 60s. Not too bad. We can handle it, and we'll have to. We're going to get it anyway.
All right. Well, coming up tomorrow, Sarah Branscombe will be here with the Oklahoma Beef Industry Council. She'll prepare a grilled steak with cucumber sauce.
Does that sound good?
That'll taste your taste buds.
Yeah, right.
Tempt them. That's what it'll do.
And actor Meshach Taylor from the CBS hit comedy series Designing Women. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Have a good Tuesday, everyone. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
Bye-bye.